What happens when man pushes nature just a little bit too far? In the chilling depths of Orca, the answer unfolds with every splash. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Grave Media. This is Josh here, of course, checking in on you out there in YouTube land. We are going to get right into it. Tonight, we are exploring a film that combines horror. It's got tragedy. It's got the unfortunate and inexplicable power of nature. The 1977 creature feature Orca. Grab a life jackets, mate. We are deep diving into a thrilling tale of revenge from the depths. Now, Orca tells dead man tell no tales. What are we talking about? Killer whales? Killer whale is what we're talking about. We're telling the chilling story of a vengeful killer whale seeking retribution after a fisherman played by the legendary Richard Harris. It's right there on the poster, so you know it's good, right? And what happens is he is this kind of machismo, right? Braggadocio, expert hunter, right? Boat captain, and he kills a pregnant orca's mate. Now, fun fact about orcas that you may not know, they are monogamous, which means on this channel we're learning something tonight, that they have one mate for life. What begins as a simple expedition quickly spirals into a battle of rage, paranoia, and vengeance between man and beast, exploring love, loss, and the consequences of our actions. Orca is a good time, you guys, just straight up. At its emotional core, the main draw in this film is the portrayal of the whale as both a creature of beauty and a cutthroat figure of absolute vengeance, right? Retribution. We, the audience, are thrust headlong into its pain, into its fury, making this an absolute tragic hero of sorts. What unfolds on screen is nothing less than just really the pursuit of vengeance, the pursuit of justice, morality, and then also the price of revenge. How far would you go if you only had one mate? That's going to come into play at the end of this video, and you had to stalk the killer for life. Now look it. Orca, let's just be real, it's often labeled as a Jaws knockoff, a film cut from the wake. It really does carve its own niche, though, in the creature feature genre. Is the opening a direct steal from the great whites and the angles of the fishing vessels? Yes, 100%. 100% the opening of this film with the sharks and the way that it's filmed, right? You got the pulpit and the guy going out to the end and he's taking shots at them. You've got this crazy underwater, like real footage of sharks attacking. And then you've got this orca, these killer whales that just sadly take out the sharks. The cinematography does have a very tense underwater, like it is powerful when it shows the stuff underwater, and you can tell there was a lot of heart and soul put into it. So is it just a Jaws knockoff? Sort of, kind of in the beginning. But this thing really does carve its own way. It blazes a trail with the rest of this film. If you can get past the first 10 minutes, which I think are actually awesome. There's this great special effects work where it's got this beautiful sunset and it shows these two whales jumping in unison, in sync, and then they're just having the time of their life. They're just kind of frolicking out there in the ocean, just really becoming partners. And then we go into kind of like this college lecture. We learn a lot about killer whales and orcas and what they're into, how they mate, how their young are, how smart they are, their language, how we could never even understand it, right? Seas of information are given to you. It's almost like, half little documentary at the beginning, which is super interesting. Orca has great special effects. It has powerful performances from the cast. It's got a masterful soundtrack from Ennio Morricone from Good, Bad, and the Ugly, right? He did John Carpenter's The Thing. He's done everything, man. That guy's soundtracks are always just tits. Great performances from the cast. It's got fucking Bo Derek, okay? A young Bo Derek. This film stands on its own by building a sense of dread and urgency from the very opening frame, with our little friend the orca becoming a symbol of nature's wrath, reminding us that we are not just the masters of the sea, and maybe we should really just stay the hell out of its kitchen. And really, Orca has gained a cult following over the years. It establishes this fun blend of horror and environmental commentary. And really, if nothing else, it's a tale as old as time. I mean, you've got Jonah and the Great Whale to Herman Melville's magnum opus, Moby Dick. It's pretty impossible to deny the legacy and enduring fascination with creatures of the deep and those stories that they echo. I mean, I, for one, love stories like this. There's something so just magnificent and grand about the ocean, brutally terrifying, right? Unrelenting, it's something to behold, man. And I think that this film does capture some of that. I don't know if I'm going to say that Orca the Killer Whale is as intense as Jaws. These are totally different movies on totally different budgets, and one of them plays as a straight horror film, one of them plays as almost like an action adventure, psychological drama in a way. And when you think about it, Orca, it's faced plenty of challenges, like the production had crazy, complex animatronics, real orca footage, dedicated cast willing to brave the elements. There's stories about Richard Harris going through a hard time, doing a lot of the stunts himself. You can feel that commitment, you can feel that authenticity on the screen 100%. And then you also have to remember, this is 1977. This is a PG animal attack creature feature that came 2 years after Jaws. I think for the sum of its parts, it exceeds on giving you a lot more than, you really deserve, and it gives you a lot to chew on, a lot to think about. It's not just another cut and paste horror flick. And I think that this is a film, personally, that is criminally underseen. If you just look at the cover art, you expect something that is going to be schlocky, something that's awful, something that's really not worth your time. I don't, because I love creature features. I love animal attack videos, but I think a lot of people are like, oh, this is just going to be a nasty eat 'em up. And it's not that at all. Like, there's a little bit of like harrowing, scary, right, killer whale footage. But for the most part, this is a psychological, tormented, intense film that I think really, it has some scenes and some things that just continue to live rent-free in my head. I'm never going to be able to get them out. I think, for my money, this film, Orca, has some scenes that will go toe-to-toe with anyone, anywhere, especially when it comes to most disturbing scenes in a PG movie. The scene in question in Orca is the scene where the great hunter takes aim at bagging the killer whale, to capture, to bring into captivity, and misses his shot, and he clips the whale's mate. The sounds of that dying whale is pure fucking nightmare fuel. It is so intense, the shrieking, the wailing, even the character is like, it sounds like a human. It's screaming, right? It's just... and then it steers itself in the propeller to try to end its suffering, and then ultimately has this whale pup kind of like still delivery on the ship, like right there, and it freaks the captain out so much he has to come out with his hose and spray it off. That scene of that pup on the boat, man, I'm telling you, it gets under my skin still. It is so intense, it is so unsettling that, dude has to end up going to church to try to seek, to try to seek forgiveness. Like, he wants to know if he can actually, is it a sin to harm one of nature's, and like, it's intense, man. And then you've got kind of like, even like a Ralph Harbinger of doom in this film, where the guy's like telling him, like, this is going to stock the town. It's going to ruin the harbor. It's going to take everything, every captain. It's going to drag him out to the deep water, and it's going to drown everyone. And ultimately, it kind of does. And ultimately, that's kind of what you deserve, you dick. This film, like, you have sympathy for the whale. In the end, you kind of start to feel for the captain, because he does try to make amends. And you're kind of hoping for this great kind of like finish him showdown at the end. The only problem I have with Orca as a film, besides the fact that like the orca knows that gasoline is flammable, and it's got like, preconceived content, like perception, the intentions of the orca are definitely like, get him, kill him, maim him, drown him. Yeah, right. I don't get another mate. That's it. I'm mad at you. to tell you like you're 5. What I think is really annoying is you could have really had an incredible end scene, a final boss battle out there in the Arctic Ocean with the icebergs and the glaciers and them fighting to the death. Just the fact that he's in the water, he'd probably be pretty helpless, right? But that could have been done with so much gore and so much intensity that it would make it like an 8 or a 9 instead of just like a solid 6.5 kind of film. But really, this is a release that I think people should own. This thing has no business looking this good, and I'm 100% serious. When I put this on, it looks like it was made today. Like the color looks so good, man. There's something about films from the 70s when they used actual film and they just made real movies. Like this looks so good. Now it doesn't have the best audio, you know. I want to say it's like a 2.0 or it might have 5.1. I forget. It looks really, really good. Kino always does a great job with their studio masters, and it's got special features on it. You know, it's got commentary and a trailer. Not a ton of stuff. Only 92 minutes, but I think that fans of creature features, if you're a fan of Jaws, like you might just get a kick out of how much you feel for the whale and how like this film will actually tug on your heartstrings and kind of make you feel bad. If you're interested in owning Orca, let's open up a package from the movieroom.com right now. Let's kind of show you how you could have this film in your living room now. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like when you get a package. You get it. It's got the movie room on the side of the box, so you know it's going to be good. Okay, you open it up. The first thing that you're greeted with is cardboard, a little bit of wrapper to kind of keep everything safe. Get that right out of the way. Okay, of course, you get the obligatory sticker. I have like 15 of these. It's an obsession. What can I say? I love the movie room. I love working with them. You get a packing slip, okay? And then right here, you get a pile. Underneath, you've got more cardboard to kind of keep your stuff safe. What I love about the movie room is how safe everything comes, though. So you undo the bubble wrap 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Okay, so much bubble wrap. And then, of course, the bubble mailer inside. You can see I've got Prophecy on 4K from Kino Lorber. And then I've got Wayne's World 2. 2 excellent titles that I cannot wait to watch and maybe even review on 4K. And your stuff comes in like 2 or 3 days, lightning quick, excellent communication. You get updates the whole way through. I've never had a single problem with them. And right now, if you go to themovieroom.com right now and type in Beyond 10, you're going to get 10% off Orca or films like it. Go ahead and add Prophecy to it, another great creature feature. And when you buy 2 movies, you get them shipped for free. Excellent communication, packaged perfectly. You guys, themovieroom.com, they're the best. I love them. Take care of yourselves. Can't wait to see you guys again, probably Friday night. Until then, cheers. Love you.